I got you there, huh?
You did get me. You got me.
All right.
You got me. All right. Happy
Welcome
New Year.
back, everyone.
Welcome back, everyone. Happy 2021. So what are we doing today, Martin?
Today, we're going to be... It's probably going to be a boring stream, so anyone who expects some exciting fireworks or stuff, what are you doing? You just had fireworks. Relax. It's time to calm down, right?
Right. Slack isn't working.
Yeah, not even Slack's working.
So what are you doing? Why would you even work? Yeah. Jump on the
Come
stream. Have a
Jump
conversation.
on the stream. Hang out with us. Well, so it's not just going to be talking like last time. We're actually going to do something. But since we're both had been off the machine learning train pretty much entirely, I would say, for the last like 2 weeks, I guess. We just want to get back into what we did last time, which was a nice stream. I think that's kind of like what we agreed upon. It felt nice last time. So we're just going to look over that notebook and figure out what we did right or what we did in the first place, I guess. Yeah. Maybe clean it up a bit and then take it from there.
Yeah. Yeah. The last programming stream, not the last.
That is the last programming stream.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, the last stream we talked about what we wanted to do in 2021, and I got into a little bit of a scuba technician.
Yeah, I learned something about scuba valves. Do I remember the name? No.
Venturi effect.
Venturi. I thought it was something with a V.
Yes.
Venturi. Nice.
Yeah. All right, cool. So let's get into it. Let's look at the Colab. Or let's look at... All right.
Okay, my mini bit of preparation was I started the Colab and opened up this page and also ran this first cell. So we're ready to go. But maybe, yeah, I think we said let's also clean up a little bit, right?
Yeah, let's go through this, clean it up a little bit, kind of refresh our memory, and then take it from there, see what we want to do.
I guess this shouldn't be import fastbook, but from fastbook import everything, right?
Is there a difference?
No, fastbook
right?
setup book.
Oh.
I was just wondering why we're doing both. But it's probably for this setup. And then
what was the
star
difference?
to use everything.
Oh, so that's the difference, right? From fastbook import all means you don't have to have fastbook prepended, right? You could just say setup book.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
So maybe we should, to clean this up a bit, we should just do from fastbook import all right away and then just do setup book.
Sure.
So we don't need 2 cells in here. I'm gonna have to run the secret thing yet again.
It's okay. You just not share your screen for a bit. Yeah.
Okay, so we install the fastbook, we import everything and then do the setup. So we have our Google Drive mounted and everything. Do I jump off the share or are you doing something?
It seemed like it worked, no?
Oh, yeah, true. I guess we don't have to connect again. Cool. Cleaned up one thing. So let's give it a title, huh? If we're already on cleaning up and making pretty.
Sure.
What is it? What are we doing here?
Well,
your own words, Nick, please.
I was going to say, why don't we just use the Kaggle competition words, right? Planet Understanding the Amazon.
You just cheated that from up there.
Well, that's what I said. Why don't we use the Kaggle title? Okay. Well, hold on. Can you click on that tab? What's the full title there? I'm going to cheat a little bit. Understanding the Amazon.
Just a tiny bit.
Okay. So let's go back to the other one. And let's just say Nick and Martin.
You're going to dictate.
Nick and Martin understand the Amazon from space. Or Nick and Martin. A little
bit more humble. Okay?
Nick and Martin try to understand the Amazon. Let's just leave it at that.
Okay, I like that. Because we're not really in space either, so.
Right.
Okay. What about a picture? What do you think about that?
Let's do it.
Beautiful.
Wow. Can you change the font? Too much work.
Probably. I don't know how. Satellite image. Oh, look at me putting an alt tag in there. So nice.
So nice of you.
Accessibility. Satellite. I even capitalize it like that. Satellite image of. What do we have here?
The Amazon.
Yeah, but what is it? Categorize it for me, Nick Brain.
Oh my goodness. This.
You can do this.
Did it start? Oh, man. I don't remember if like cultivated was a category.
Agriculture. Culture. And it
clear
wasn't
skies.
Clean, just clear. Come on, Nick.
Clear skies.
It's just clear.
All right,
those are our labels. Okay. That's fine. I'm happy with that. Oh no, let's put a link in there as well, so that they see where we took everything from. Machine learning exercise following the Isn't that nice? Subse. Okay. Run. Whoa.
Oh wow.
Okay, perfect. Let's move on. That makes it much more pretty. I can see people.
Oh man. All right, let's remove that cell because we don't need it.
Yeah, we don't need that cell. It's empty. What are you doing here? All right, beautiful. Planet Antar data. As always, it just allows us to. I guess we gotta download this again, right?
Do we? URLs that planet.
Well, yeah, I think we just put it into the GPU last time. By the way, yes, we are on the GPU. Okay, Antar. What's our path? That all looks pretty nice. Yeah, I see it's sitting in the GPU again.
Mm-hmm.
And
oh,
then
we moved
what are we
it.
doing here?
We moved it to Drive. Is that right?
Did we? LS planet doesn't look like it.
No. I think we could probably
Or just-
remove all of this, but let's scroll
What was
down.
the reason that we were doing that though? Maybe
That's what I'm
it's
saying. Maybe like scroll down a little bit because I think we're just kind of
exploring.
I think exploring and then trying to find.
Do you want me to scroll more?
No, I think maybe we were trying to just find that like labels CSV file, but I'm not sure because it is there. But
planet sample, or just check what's in there, I guess.
yeah.
Yeah, and then we ran this, then it was 1,000, so we're like, this is a bit annoying as output. Let's just count it, and then you had this magic count. Okay, we can get rid of all of that, I think. Because then when we import the CSV file, yeah, we can do ls.
Yeah, I think you could remove that too, and we'll just make that data frame.
Okay, wait, let's get rid of it. We make the data frame.
Do you want to label what we're doing, like the steps that we're doing, like making a data frame, untarring data?
I mean, I think this is one example of where descriptive variable and function names probably is sufficient.
Okay, so where is this?
I guess we could call this planet path.
Where is PD?
Right.
Where do we define PD?
Pandas. That's just.
That's in.
I think this happens in here. Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
That's just a common abbreviation for how you import pandas.
Okay. And it's just imported through Fastbook.
Looks like it. Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
So this should be able to run. Yeah.
Cool. So let's run all this.
Okay. Data frame describe. We see how many are in there. We look at a couple of them. All pretty just standard data inspection stuff. His primary, clear primary, his primary road. All right. And then and then what's happening here? So these are the two functions that we defined that we're passing to the data block in order to be able to get the images and
their labels.
Their labels, yeah. Get X, get Y. Why don't they call it get data, get labels?
I think it's just because that's what, I don't know, maybe X and Y.
Could be other things. If it's always data and labels, feels like it would be nicer.
Yeah, but maybe data block is used some other way where X and Y are, I don't know,
other things
make more sense. Yeah. Anyway.
Is this big enough, by the way? Should I up it? The size? I could go up 150.
Sure.
I could go up 175, baby.
Oh, wow.
Look at that.
I really don't need my glasses now.
Beautiful.
Okay.
All right, so we stick with get X, get Y. We're happy with that.
Yeah,
What's
just because like the
parameters
in the function are also like get X, get Y.
But what's the R? Why is it R? Row. Okay. All right, I'm gonna do this because it makes it a little more understandable for me. Okay.
Sure. You got one more.
Is it a row, or am I making that up?
Well, isn't one a row and the other one a column? If it's X and Y.
Oh, I don't think that's how it works. It would be both like items in the column, but this would be the X and this would be the Y.
Mm-hmm.
You see, like, I mean, this is not actually the X. That's just a part of the path to the X.
Wouldn't it be column then, not row?
Def get X column.
Let's just leave it
because
R.
we're addressing the row at the column image name, and here we're addressing the row at the column text.
Okay.
Thanks for helping me spell that out.
There you go.
Okay. Let's. So active. Let's define the functions to recruit to gather the data and the labels. Okay. Do you like what we're doing here, Nick? Do you think that's good? You're bored? You're bored. I knew it. Oh, you hate what's happening.
I realized that the chair I'm sitting in has a lever to stop you from going backwards, but also to stop you from going forwards.
So, wait, me personally? You're saying I'm stuck? I can't move either direction now?
No, for me.
Yeah,
but
you said you.
Well, let me try. If I move the lever on mine, does it change your ability to go backwards or forwards? Hold on. So, I can go back now. Can you go back? Oh, hold on. There's another level. Hold on one second. There's another level for putting a cup down. Hold on, let me. Okay.
Oh, that was uncomfortable.
Sorry about that.
You've got a lot of levers down there.
Who knew that this chair had so much power? Yeah.
All right, let me show you something. Since we're on the topic.
Show me.
Did you notice me being like more bouncy than usual?
You're pretty bouncy.
Right?
Yeah.
Pretty bouncy.
You are
wow,
pretty bouncy.
Look at this.
Are you an exercise ball? Was this a Christmas or a New Year's gift?
It was not. I've had it for a long time. Since 2012.
Oh, wow. What
It's
does
just
that
been
say?
living in the cellar of my parents' place for a while.
What did you write on the ball?
I think it had like a serial number saying 2012. Let me see.
Oh, it looks like you wrote something with like a marker.
I did.
I can't really see
This
that.
is hard.
I still can't. It's not really focused, but
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's not very interesting. It just says 2012 as a serial number, and it said, "Don't take this seriously. I tend to keep you longer."
And then you locked it in the cellar.
Yeah, and I did. I've had this ball for 8 years. Imagine.
So did you write that before you locked it in the cellar? Like just as you were about to lock that ball into the cellar?
I used it for a while after writing this, and then
Okay.
and then just
So
a couple
the
years
ball
back.
just did feel better about its existence.
It just wanted to. Yeah, we just had a good thing going, I guess. And it wasn't too mad at me for staying in the cellar for a couple of years.
Right. It's still bouncy. It's still supportive.
No levers though. I can't do anything. I can just bounce.
I don't think I can't bounce as much as you can though. I think it's just there's too many
your
levers.
sound just changed significantly.
My sound.
I don't know on whose end this was.
In a positive or negative way?
No, it went more silent, and so it feels like your mic is off and it's coming in somewhere else or something.
Oh, hello. I don't know.
Maybe I'm just trolling.
Yeah, that sounds on brand.
Or maybe you flipped some lever on your chair, and the input sources got mangled. Anyways, this is such an unnecessary detour here.
Yeah. So yeah. Getting back to topic.
Okay. All right, get X, get Y. We did get X, return. This is our path to the dataset, train folder, and then we're picking the name of the image and adding .jpg because they're JPEGs. And for Y, we just get this row and split it so we have a list. Nice. Okay, and then we're making a data block, passing in an image block and a multi-category block because that's what we're doing. We're doing multi-label classification. Item transform. Okay, so here is a note. Try the dataset without the random resized crop since the images are 256. 265 times 256. It's 56. Do you know that most languages have this weird thing that they say 256? No, most languages don't have this weird thing. Like most languages say 256 if it's 256, but in German you say 256. So you say 26550.
Say that again in German. How do you? So, go ahead.
So you say 256. So it's 256.
Interesting. So
and the only two languages that I know do this, I'm sure
and 5. 206 and 50.
And 50, yeah.
So weird.
I'm sure there's more languages, but the two that I know who do it like this is Austrian and it's German and Slovenian.
Interesting.
For some reason, I don't know why.
Yeah, in Greek it's 256, like how you would say it.
Makes much more sense. I give it to Greek and English.
Oh man.
So should we try this without the random resized crop? I thought that's an interesting thing. Like, why do we even want an item transform?
That was
128.
I'm like vaguely remembering my comment on this from the last stream. I think even if we have the 256 by 256, we were still randomly resizing in the bare classification to 128. And I think that was because we wanted those different parts of the image. Right? So like we want out of the 256 by 256, we want 128 by 128 randomly throughout the image. Right?
I remember talking about this as well, and I also remember why I was thinking that it's kind of weird because what if we like this, for example, right? Like if we get a random 128 times 128, it takes this part of the image.
Is this?
We don't want it to be classified as cloudy or partly cloudy. That would just be haze, I guess. But the whole, like if it's this size and it has this cloud in it, yeah, it should be partly cloudy. So that's kind of like risky, in my opinion, to slice these things.
Are these the randomly resized ones?
Oh, I have no clue.
Scroll up, because this is in the data loaders. And we do say that we want to randomly resize, right? Like scroll up a little bit.
Look at this. This one is partly cloudy in primary, for example. So that might be a slice like that.
Yeah.
There's 0 cloud in there.
Yeah, because the D block. So scroll up really quick. D block.data loaders data frame. Go back up to where that note was.
Okay.
So randomly scroll up a bit more. Over there, we're doing the okay. So we're creating the data block with the randomly resized crop. So, yeah, if you want to remove item transforms altogether, run it. And
let's try.
Let's see. Yeah.
Okay. It's working. Note. We're trying it. That's not really cleaning up. Okay, so dataset, length, vocab, how many are there? Oh, do you remember we had this weird one in there? Now it gives us 17.
Did we remove one? Oh, I guess
there was this. Yeah,
there was one that was.
There was
just
this weird
one
thing that we had, which was, I think, selective artisanal mining, or /burn. One of those weird ones. Blowdown. It was blowdown.
There was only one, right? In this,
and, and it seems now it's fine. Now it hopped into the training, so it shouldn't matter this time, because now we have actually all of them.
Well, no, the issue was further down. I think when we were. Oh, that's right.
But yeah.
Oh, because 17. Oh, well, if you run the validation one now, that might be less.
Correct.
No.
But it isn't.
Okay.
But it could have been.
But did we do the random split?
I think it does that automatically.
Desets, trains.
Like, yeah, by creating the data sets thingy, we make the split.
That's weird, because the sample images only had one image that had a single you know?
I see what you're saying here. That was in here, right? Wait, let me just see whether I have this code somewhere, otherwise I can write it again, where we figured out that there was only one in there. Oh. That's like interesting. We ran into the same problem that we do with the learning material, even if we write the code ourselves.
Yeah. Just scroll a little bit further down. Maybe let's
oh god.
Let's just forget what we were doing before, and let's just kind of, refresh our memory first. Let's scroll down, see what we did. Okay, so here we have basically what we just rewrote.
We just talked about, yes, we just had the same thoughts.
So we're fine-tuning all this stuff. Okay,
then we're finding a good. Is that finding our?
This was the learning rate, right?
Learning rate. See, I'm not sure. Is that the learning rate, or is it the other thing that you can tune the?
Is it the threshold? Threshold, maybe.
I think it's a threshold, because the learning rate is we're running with something.
3e minus.
Doesn't seem related. Yes, threshold 0.62.
Yeah.
That's what we picked out here. Learning rate, we just kept with something. Back to resizing. Another try with resizing first. Wow, look at all this stuff that we did. Then we did it again with resizing.
And then I think we changed how many epochs we were freezing too, no?
No.
No, not here, but maybe further down.
Later,
I remember mentioning that. Okay, so
in space targets, and then what
here maybe splitting training and validation is where we ran into the issue. Remove the blowdown images, yeah.
Or try 50-50. So maybe this is where we ran into an error in this second time when we did it, because the split just happened differently.
Well, scroll down. Let's see what we actually did.
Mm-hmm.
So, because I think maybe we keep scrolling. Okay, so going the route to remove the blowdown images. Okay.
Yeah, DFP. So data frame tags strings contain. Yeah, that's actually.
Can you? I feel like let's run through this. So I want to run through this again and see like how many blowdown images are there this time, and maybe
should be the same, because it's the data frame is just the image, like there's just the data on the images.
Well, let's see.
Oh, do you think it picks the random parts from the planet dataset?
That's my thinking.
It's not a fixed thing. That would be weird.
No, it's the same.
38511. It's the same one. Yeah, so it has a fixed data set.
Yeah, I mean that makes more sense.
Pick different parts. Yeah.
Okay. So.
But that's confusing then, that the image is both in the training and in the validation.
Mm-hmm. Let's finish kind of reviewing what we did, and then we'll go back.
Okay, we get rid of this blowdown. Move the image
to Google
into
Drive.
our drive. We can clean all of that up, and then we do the resized crop again. Now with the resized crop, and that's it.
What's that last thing? Possible improvements using the learning rate find to Beth. Okay.
It's learning rate, and then we're doing it. Looks like it. Predictions, targets. This is, so we're both using the learn R, which I believe is this one, learn R. So that's the resized one, which gave us an accuracy of 0.93.
Right. It was greater than the competition.
Is that actually greater?
I think we won the competition.
But this has 0.94. Look at that. Mm-hmm. Which is the one where we didn't do that's the normal one where we didn't do the resized crop. So that actually has a better accuracy.
.938. Interesting. I think that's the same number, the learning, the accuracy as the one above.
It's the winner.
No. Go back.
What's the other?
So 938442. So scroll up to the other one where we're using learn without the random resize. 938. Okay, it's close. It was the one above that 938. It was 442. This one's 235.
But that's clearly better. That's like a ton better, actually.
No, I know. I'm saying I wonder if we do it for another epoch, like how much better is the other one going to get with the random resize? Like it's still going to, right? It's going to converge to something, and we haven't tried running it. We haven't tried more often. Yeah, and we haven't seen yet. Like we haven't run. I don't think we've run anything enough where like too many epochs where we see the accuracy kind of like go converge to something and then back up because our steps maybe were too much or something, right? Like I don't think it's ever going to be 100%, right?
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I don't know. I'd still, looking at this result so far, I'd still go for not doing the resized crop, but I know that I'm just stuck with my initial intuition of thinking that this might be a problem because of the slices that it takes and the type of labeling that we're applying.
I think that's why we're seeing the different accuracy here. I think that's correct. That's like a accurate assumption. Because like, yeah, you could label it hazy if there's a big cloud somewhere, like literally that photo, right?
Yeah.
It's very misleading.
And I guess this is maybe that's a thing with multi-label categorization in general. It might be, I'm not sure, but because by definition, I guess you're saying you want to apply, like you want to talk about a couple of things that are on an image, but then if you do cropping, you can always crop out one of those things, and then the multi-label doesn't make sense anymore.
Is there a way to like, maybe this
because
is
the
further, maybe
was like one thing.
Yeah, maybe this is like further in the course, or just a different technique for this. But is there a way to like do these like random resize crops, but then kind of still bucket them into the same image? So have like all the random resize crops are child crops of this like parent image, and then you learn from these random resize crops, and then you're still comparing it to like the bigger image. Like I wonder if there's a way to kind of, because like that's essentially what you're doing, or what you want to do, right? Is compare these randomly resized images, or the randomly resized cropped images from this parent image to get the accurate labels. So I wonder if there's a way to do that, or if that's even like, I'm sure it's been considered, but I wonder if it's like a good practice or not, if it's like a decent technique.
I was wondering whether that's no, I lost it. Whether this technique would kind of imply that the things that are in the image are kind of like in relation to each other, that like if there is a cloud on this example, if there's like a primary rainforest, then it's likely there's also a cloud or something. Or is there not? Like if you take it as sub images of the bigger image, does it mean that the labels that you're inferring make some sort of causality that they need to appear together when maybe they don't in reality?
I think that
I don't know though, but that's just a thought.
Yeah, I think that's it's interesting, but yeah, no, it's a thought for sure. But it's kind of like you're
talk about it.
But you can, I mean, to that, you're still like, you could still make these inferences on like the larger images, right? Where stuff like that can kind of happen, right? Like some photos, I guess you can, maybe I'm misunderstanding, but like if a photo has a label of a cloud and a rainforest, then this could infer that it's expecting a rainforest to have clouds on larger images. But I think having it like, I don't know if backpropagation is the correct term for this, but if you kind of understand that it's all within like a certain scope, right? So like these cropped images have their role in the larger scope of the whole problem, but they also have a very specific role in an inner scope of the problem within an image. And then the larger image, like the 256 image, has a certain role in the larger scope, but then also has a very specific role in its own individual scope. So maybe that's getting like too into it, and now we're creating this like niche, I don't even know what it's called. Is it like a model or a niche, like machine learning algorithm, I guess? Or it's something that's just like further into the course, and this has already been developed, and like people who are much smarter than myself have already thought of this and applied it.
I'm pretty sure.
Pretty sure it's the last one.
I don't think that any thoughts that are gonna come through our brains and while learning this have not been thought by other people before. That's what I think, but that's fine.
Oh, you don't think that what we come up with on a stream
gonna revolutionizes
this, and people with PhDs are probably missing a few things. So those PhDs, man, just Those doctors.
And the people making the
Academia.
course and all the
Oh no. Why?
thousands of other people that went through the course.
Right, right.
Well, let's just look at some nice lines.
Oh man. Crazy that
Yeah,
they
okay.
don't.
I don't know.
That those
whatever.
are very like. There's very little curves. There's very few.
I think that's
curves.
just because of the amount of steps we chose. If we put more steps, it's gonna be curvy.
Yeah.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Like that's the 30-step thingy. Okay, so here, okay, so now we're looking at, we went to look at for the learning rate, because before we just did the threshold. We found the threshold, now we're looking for a good learning rate. And then, so we were thinking, okay, I see. So we were like, okay, this is a little bit worse than if we don't do the resize crop. Let's see if we can improve it by finding a better learning rate for it. I think. 7-zip G drive. Oh, this is like Jono Vision or someone told us how to do that, right?
Oh yeah.
Unzip the zip. What is that though? Test JPEG. So we were actually running on it. Oh my! We did so many things, Nick. We were running it on the actual test JPEG images, like the big data set. Isn't that true? That's not the Planet data set anymore.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. Well, hold on.
Move.
Oh yeah, look at that size.
Yeah, so we got all the images, the test JPEG images, moved them. This was taking so long, so that then we stopped it when it was like 3 images left to move or something.
Okay.
Tar XF and tar this, then move it, and then this took forever. We killed it, but it was nearly done. And we did that just so we have a couple of images to classify. This is why we did it. And we should still have this data set. My drive data planet. No, not what I'm looking for. G drive, my drive, data, planet, test JPEG. There it is. I probably shouldn't open it.
Probably should not open it.
Oh, I just did.
Oops.
I closed it again.
Quickly close everything.
Go away. Okay, so we got a bunch of images there. Beautiful. And then we are predicting this one, cultivation. Partly cloudy, primary. So it's not agriculture, it's cultivation, I think. I guess I was wrong. Learn, predict, okay, tensor, and then we tried another one. Clear primary, that looks good. Another one, clear primary.
The agriculture is there too.
There it is. Okay. Cultivation. What was this? Agriculture.
I think
cultivation.
you're probably right on that first one. Is that it's agriculture. Cultivation. It didn't look like it was.
Maybe that's trees. Cultivated trees.
Yeah.
Huh.
I don't know. Anyway.
I don't remember cultivation as one of the labels when we were reading over this whole thing. I'm sure it's in there, but
yeah, no, I slipped it in there before we just ran all these cells on my computer. Just to prove
nice
it.
Job.
Yeah,
nice job.
Yeah. It was actually really simple. I just pulled a different lever on my chair, and it kind of just happened.
It did it by itself.
Yeah, see, I even changed the Kaggle competition.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look at this. So
farm plots.
Okay, it thinks that it's small scale cultivation, but not agriculture.
Got it. Okay.
I see. I would kind of like contest that that's actually cultivation in here.
Oh, the first image?
I think that's, yeah.
Well, that does
I don't know.
It says it's cultivation.
It does, but look at this examples.
Oh, you would contest that it's...
Yeah.
That it's
I'd say it's primary forest.
Yeah.
But who knows?
Who knows? Anyway.
A Google Drive timeout has occurred. Most recently, at 17:42. 1 minute ago. More info. No, thank you. I'm good. Okay, so we did a couple of predictions with the images downloaded from the bigger JPEG dataset and test 7 JPEG. Try again. Find a way to. Oh, is that wow? Is that test 7? No, that's test. Where's test 7? 42. We don't do test 7. I guess we removed it. The thing that makes it kick in only higher than at 0.5 because those seemed wrong.
Do you know what that means?
I kind of do. Do you?
No.
So I guess we tried to classify test 7.jpg and it had a couple of these ones that were under 0.5, but they were still showing up as classified. And I were thinking of changing the threshold or activation. I don't know which one. What's the right term?
Okay.
Wait, are we done? And then we did this widget thing here. That's just completely useless. Unless we want to publish it on the web.
Okay, so we can clean up that.
Yeah, we can do that right away.
What else do we? Oh, that's
37,821 images is what we got.
Yeah.
Fun stuff. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of the B box. So, okay, that's something we could try maybe. Change the threshold activation. Eventually, maybe. We don't really need that. We don't need those either. I mean, whatever. Okay, well, we came to the end. What now? Here's the end. Blank screen. It's a blank slate.
I think we just ended here.
Take a bite of chocolate.
I think we just ended here. And we say Happy New Year to everybody. Call it a day. Thank you everyone for coming and watching. No, let's start cleaning up. I think the only issue that I saw was that we didn't look ahead in that first one.
Yeah, but where do we want to take this now? Like, let's say we're cleaning this up real nice. What's it going to be? Like, what's this paper that we're going to publish? What's it going to be about? Is it going to be about...
nothing. I don't want to publish any papers. I want to just clean this up in the next like 10, 15 minutes. And then let's go ahead and run it on the full data set since we already have it.
Okay, that's a way to go. But we could also spend 10 to 15 minutes thinking about what's the best way to proceed. Okay.
All right. Let's
what do you want to do?
Yeah, let's spend 15 minutes talking about it.
No, my question was just, are we gonna clean it up so that we only look at, cheers, whatever you say, bon appetit. Focus, Nick. You're so unfocused. Since you pulled that lever, it's confusing. So what I'm saying here is that do we want to clean it up in a way that we do this resized crop, that we don't do it, or that we do both versions and make some sort of comparison between them? Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, it sounds like we have the comparison here already. Maybe it's a little messy and only displaying, like we're not displaying the comparison. Right. Like we're not putting it like side by side almost. So I think
we could do that.
I think running, like training again, one of them took a while to train. I think each epoch was like 30 seconds. So that was like 7 minutes or something to train. Or maybe it was longer or something. I guess that's fine. But if we're training on the full data set, I imagine it's going to be much longer, especially if we don't. That's going to be longer, yeah. Yeah, if we don't do this, or if we do the 256 versus like the 128. So, I don't know.
The bigger one is probably going to take longer. The bigger images, that's right.
Yeah. Do you want to So we're at 48 minutes right now, live. Do we want to just maybe...
I'm listening.
If we run the training on the full, like, do we want to run the training on the full data set? And if we do, maybe we can like run that for the next hour while we clean up and, you know.
So we could like make a copy.
I'm thinking, is that why we made the copy of Planet in Drive already? So now it's going to be copy of Planet. Copy of Planet 2.
I don't know. Not talk about this. Save a copy in Drive. It might be that that's what happened. So I'm wondering, is it a good sign that we're rethinking the same steps, or is this a bad sign? Is that like, does that mean we didn't learn anything, or does it mean that it was full Planet?
I think it means we've retained a lot of what we learned.
Okay, I take it. Okay, so I have this one, and then we're just, what we need to do is, instead of doing this, we're gonna pick the code from down here. So executive decision, are we gonna do it with the resize crop? Yeah, for the full data set.
I wonder if that actually does take longer. Can we look at the times for both? Because the random resize crop now creates more images because it's multiple images at 120.
Yeah, good point. Okay, let's see. Okay, so here. 7 seconds, 9 seconds. That's pretty quick.
Terrible.
What?
At like 56, like 0.52.
Oh yeah, all right. But what's that? Okay, wait. So this is without the resize crop,
so 30 seconds.
Half a minute, 30 seconds, and then.
Is that with resize crop?
This is confusing for me now. Wait. No. That's something else. That's just.
Yeah, we changed the threshold.
Fine tuning differently or something. Yeah. Okay, and then with resizing.
Freezing for that many.
We did not have the run. Where is it? I had runs because we had to clean this stuff out. Here's the. Yeah, it's much faster.
With resizing. Okay, so let's run it on the full one with resizing.
With resizing. Okay. Cool. So I shall delete. Is that fine? Am I messing something up? Delete. Wait, actually. The easier way to do this is just to add it in here. Maybe not. Okay. Delete.
I mean, save one of them.
Yeah.
And then just change the, yeah.
Well, I'm on the full Planet one now. The other one is still just as we left it. I think we gotta get rid of all of this. That's the learner, the first one, next one.
What I'm saying is just, yeah.
That's the big one, 256, 256. Get rid of this. Bye-bye. Resizing, okay.
Yeah, what I'm saying is like save at least one of these and just, you know.
Yeah, that's the one we're gonna save. Resize, get X, get Y. Resize, scale, data block resize, learn fine tune, predictions. Then we do the threshold. What's the difference between those two? XSR, XSR. Oh. What's up? I'm paying attention, Nick. Sorry, but my thoughts just drifted for a second.
You didn't hear me say anything, did you? Just the dog?
I did.
You heard me?
Yeah, you didn't mute your mic, I guess.
Oh, whoops.
Well, so that's what I'm saying. I think your mic dropped a while ago and you're on a different audio. I can still hear you, yeah?
Okay, well then, yes, clearly my mic has dropped. Hello, hello. Interesting.
Does that mean that you're not on the stream?
Hello. Is it
Wow,
better
you're
now?
back.
Is this better?
Yeah. Now you're back on the mic. What? Yeah, no, you're gone.
Okay. All right. Hold on. Okay. So on the stream, it was this mic, but Zoom was my computer mic.
So you were silent for a while now.
So I was silent when I said, when I was like, "Hey" to the dogs. I don't think that's on the stream, but you heard it because it's through Zoom.
Oh, I see. So the stream was still getting the audio from your mic.
Yeah, because I didn't change anything there. As I mute it, I can see the levels just drop down to nothing. So anyway, I feel like I was supposed to do something or answer a question.
I was just confused about what is this. Do you remember what is the difference between these two?
No. Was this sigmoid equals false or something? We did something here.
I don't really see a difference.
No, sigmoid was false. 5.
It's the same.
And what's the other one look like? What's the one below? Nothing. We just did it right.
Maybe we were thinking about doing something and then we didn't or whatever.
Anyway. Okay.
So
yeah, let's
and then
all that you can delete.
Yeah, we're not gonna have to do this most likely. We're just gonna stick with what they do. Bye.
Can you highlight multiple cells and just delete all of them or no?
Good question.
No.
Yes. Okay. Now we're done though. That was the last one.
Well, this we don't need either anymore. This planet, that's sample planet.
Oh, you're right.
We could remove that. And then we could remove that as well because it's already there.
What's that? Now we're doing another resize crop?
Hold on, DFC. What's DFC? Move.
DFC.
So,
I see that.
And dsets underscore r equals dblock resize datasets DFC. So I don't know what.
DFC.
Maybe we deleted
data frame. That was the data frame cleaned because we had this problem with the blow dumping in there.
Yeah. Okay.
So we can get rid of this stuff. This probably is not going to be a problem.
I think we could get rid of everything except just the new path. As long as we know where the new path is. It looks like it's not highlighting everything.
So this only works if you're not going into a new section, maybe? Okay, so this is, we already got that data set. Okay. Nick, one problem that we're going to run into now is that we don't have some of the files because we didn't move everything.
Do you want to just move everything?
Well, yeah, should we
have to untar and move it, right?
Move again?
We're going to run out of space on drive if we do that.
Right, that's what I'm wondering. Maybe connecting to runtime.
Instead of doing that, can we just run a script, like write a script to run through image the image name and then run it compared to like the CSV and just remove the ones from the CSV that aren't there?
That's also something we could do. I don't know what's going to be faster.
I think that one. I think just running through, because it's like 37,000 images, but running through a list of 37,000 things is pretty quick versus like untarring and moving.
Okay. Maybe. I'm not so sure, but anyways, so okay, so we get rid of this. We don't untar again. We don't move again. Or should we just do
Just-
this move and
Well,
maybe it moves the rest that are not moved yet?
so it was, I don't know why we were moving that
Oh.
and then untarring once we were there. So we untarred the 7z. So that should still be there. So the test jpeg.tar, check that it's,
Correct. We moved that.
so that should still be in our Google Drive.
Data, planet.
Yeah, test
Tar,
jpeg.tar.
this one.
Okay, and the 7z one is there as well. Okay,
Okay,
cool.
so we can get rid of this one. And this one and this, or no, train. We can use train. We can get rid of this one for sure. Let's make some space.
Yeah, we would have to untar the training, the
Yeah.
7z. Oh, we should. It's okay. We could look at how to do it in the other.
And we should anyways do that, right?
Yeah, I just. Oh no,
Because
we have
we-
36
we-
gigs
we're not gonna-
available. We're good on disk space in Drive.
Uh-huh. And then we do it, we have this test JPEG, which is anyways not useful. We need the train data set more than we need the test one
Mm-hmm.
for now, for getting this started. So I think we can delete this. Is that correct?
Test. Uh-oh. Fingers
Please Google
crossed.
Drive.
We're back. We could remove the 7z, 7g, 7z, 7z.
7C test one, because we have the
Yeah, we could remove that one.
okay. And then we want to un7C
That one?
this one.
Yeah.
And then
So let's un7z that one first.
that was
I think you deleted that.
yeah,
that
but
block.
not only in one of them. Should be still here.
No, you deleted it. Oh, from the other one? Okay. So just train.
So I can actually just run it in here. G drive, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
G drive, my drive,
Yep, just change
Planet
test to train.
train, JPEG tar 7Z. Okay, so that
Just run that. And then... Okay, so
extracting
that'll do the
archive, so
train.
that's happening.
Yeah,
And then we're gonna have train JPEG.tar, and then we can
we can untar it. Okay.
untar
so
it.
So do we want to just untar both?
And delete this. Yeah, you know what happened last time? I remember. I just did this untarring command, this one, and it just untarred it into the root of our GPU instead of just untarring it right where it is.
Got it. Okay.
So we just need to confirm how we can pass a path in here so that it untars it.
Okay. So let's look that up then.
Yeah. Untar dash what's it called? Target. Dash C, I guess. Dash C directory. Or dash directory. Okay. So we can try that. This, I think, is done.
That was test.
Test.
The one right above
Okay.
it was train.
Okay, it's done too.
Yep.
Right. So now I can say dash C.
Yeah.
Was it a big C or a small C?
Big C.
C.
And then just copy that directory in the move one
And-
right below.
We want to go like that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So And let's try that with terrain.
Is it just G drive or is it / G drive, like from root? I know it doesn't have the / there.
No, it works with so we're at content. We're at root / content.
And then
like
content
/
splits.
content, and then content has G drive right in it.
Okay.
So I think that should work. Train-jpg tar. Do we have this?
I think you just have to close it. Yeah. Refresh that. No,
it's not here. Test.
Oh, we had to. Oh, it looks like we had to move it as well too. So like scroll down.
Oh. Yeah. So because we didn't put that in there.
So
either.
where was it?
I see.
Test.
So it's just at the root.
It's in the root. Yeah, right there. Train-jpg.tar on the bottom.
Okay. So we moved that to train-jpg.tar, and then hopefully we don't have to do that anymore. Okay. Now you're here. Train-jpg tar. Okay, and now train-jpg tar -c data planet.
Cool.
Should I put the folder name or is it gonna do that? Should be doing it, right?
I would just maybe create yeah, I don't know actually, right?
Let's try.
Imagine just like untars all of the training images right into that file.
Yeah, I might. I don't know. Okay, so let's be safe. But then we're gonna have to move it again if it's wrong. So I wonder whether this final / makes a difference if I just do.
Well, look, I mean, if it says like if we put it into like a train-jpg folder, like.
Oh, yeah, wait. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
We just have to do an extra.
Like move this back to 2 dots.
Yeah, I don't think I think the moving is what took so long last time. So maybe we just don't move it and we just have an extra folder. Okay, ready, set?
Yep.
Let's do it. Okay, so you have fun while we keep cleaning over there. And we're gonna see when it's done when this little thing turns yellow.
Yep.
Okay. We're not gonna have to do any of this. And then I'm just gonna keep one of those codes around. Right, so
So let's are we really this far down? Like, did we clean everything else up already above this?
I don't think so. No.
So do we want to keep this one with the sample data above and then do the full data set below?
We did actually clean everything else.
Oh, wow.
Except for this beautiful image here that I'm going to clean now.
Yeah, how do you
make it smaller? I'm not sure.
Oh, wow. I'm surprised at that. I thought you were going to know the markdown image sizes, how to write it. Oh, okay, all right. That's cheating. Using
Not?
HTML. That's cheating. I'm going to use the restroom really quick. I'll be right back.
Well, I'm done, Nick. But bye.
I mean, you want to set a height too, right? Just in case.
No, I don't have to do that.
Okay.
No, go.
Right.
Just the bathroom. Still too big. Let's make it small. 100. Just a tiny little planet. And then I could also, if we're already at it, could do this. And can I do this? Maybe. Do we give it well, now I'm flying high. Display flex. No, what's that? Align. What are we getting here? Nothing. Just getting 2 columns so that it looks nice. But I always have to look up the CSS. It's actually not that difficult, but I don't use it often enough so that it would stick around. Yes, where are you? Okay, so .contain display flex, and then for the items, flex direction, display flex, there should be already enough. Display flex. And then flex wrap, we don't need that. Flex flow, no wrap. Default is default. Flex. I think that should work already. Why does it not? Display flex. Div style display flex. Okay, I give up. This is too unimportant. Spend more time on it. All right. So what I can do here though is I can start to figure out how we get the actual access to the data, because now it's going to be a different path. I'm going to say this is a path object, and then it starts at content, I believe. But let me double check. I think we gotta run this as well. So we can start working with this one. Okay. Secret codes, secret codes. No one sees the secret codes. It's a success code. Copying it, entering it. It's displaying now, but it's not visible on the stream. And now I'm coming back again. Okay. No. So okay, so the base path is, where are you? Dot. Great. Dot path dot ls. Where are you? Config G drive. Okay, so it starts at /content, and I can go into G drive. Then forward into, what is it? I think I have it open here. G drive, my drive, data, planet. My drive. Oh, come on. Data, planet. And then train-jpg, and maybe another train-jpg. We're going to figure it out in just a bit. Train-jpg. Can always add that. Okay. And then we should have a nice path. I don't know where we actually get that. Oh, this is done. Nice. So now I can figure out whether train-jpg. There's one too much. Yeah. Okay. Can I move this, or is this going to take forever? Very tempting. Nick's not here, so I'm gonna test. Okay, and then I'm gonna move this to here. See how long it takes. Not long at all. Perfect. Okay. Bye.
Back.
Hi.
Hello.
It did create. You just. Phew, that was close. It did create an extra train-jpg.
Oh, but moving it back was quick?
But moving it back was quick, yeah.
Cool.
So.
Did you say hello to Alex in the chat?
Oh, no, I did not. Hi. I didn't see the chat. Hi there. Alexale. Cheers. Drinking some. What am I drinking? Some matcha tea.
I don't know what's happening with like Streamlabs.
Oh, sips.
But I can't respond for some reason.
Respawn?
Respond.
Respond. I thought you were all into gamer terminology.
No. Anyway.
Hi.
Hello. All right, so what do we, so it untard it, we moved it, you resized the Amazon image to very small.
Yes.
We're making progress.
It's very small now.
We still have 34 gigs.
Let's untard the other one too, right? Let's just delete this one. Which
Test.
one? The test. Let's delete this one. And untar again.
Mm-hmm.
Yes?
Yep.
Okay. Test is the right one. We just did train. Yes. Delete. Okay. Directory test is not empty. Only empty.
Does it really?
We probably have enough space, huh? I don't want to deal with this right now.
You could also do it through Google Drive.
That's I thought that's what I just did it through the Google Drive actually, and it didn't.
No, I'm saying
me.
instead of through, because this is through Colab. Like if we have to actually go on like Drive,
Gotcha.
Google,
Yeah.
whatever. But yeah, test JPEG old is fine.
Should be fine. I think we have enough space. Test. And we want to make a new folder automatically in Planet. Okay, so that should be test JPEG. Let's go. I shall not interrupt execution. I know you can do it. Okay. So what I did here is I made a new little path object. We don't need that. That was just a test. A new path object that points now to the training folder. But I don't know where are actually our labels. Are they? I don't know.
I think they're in train. Go to test JPEG, or because that folder is now huge. Can we just like ls?
Well,
Yeah, A or whatever.
The Planet one.
Hmm.
The folder is pretty big, but that's okay.
I'm saying instead of like LSing everything, just, you know, can you do like ls?
You know what I'm doing?
Go to, yeah, hold on, go back to that. See if there's
Trying
anything
to be
in.
smart.
It's true. You are being smart. They're separate right there. You got train,
Yeah,
JPEG,
there it is.
char. So I think we actually have train and test CSVs already.
This one's like the file mappings. Is that the ones?
Which
one are you looking
at? The file mapping was.
This JPEG.
There was like an issue
TIFF.
with. Yeah.
So train CSV, train V2 CSV. Those ones.
Yeah, I think we already have them. And they may be in.
Hello, my drive. Hello, planet.
Yeah, train v2 CSV.
There it is.
And then, do we have
test v2 file mapping?
Maybe that's the only CSV. Do you remember seeing another one for test?
test TIFF, test JPEG, test JPEG
Nope.
additional, test v2 file mapping.
Okay.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna move this out of there. Then we don't have this extra folder. Don't really need to deal with this. File move failed, of course. Why would you? Because it's got the same name. Folder.
Very aggressive.
I apologize, folder. Right, bye. See, was an empty apology. Now I'm deleting it. We also don't need 7set anymore. Right?
We don't, but no, we don't, because we have the regular tar.
The other tars. We can keep the other tars around.
I think we should.
Who knows?
Yeah. They took so long to download.
Right. Okay, train v2 CSV. Nice. That's what we want to deal with. So let's import it. We are planet. Maybe we actually want to make the planet folder without the train JPEG, so that we can address or find also the train v2 CSV, for example. And this is gonna work like that. Train v2. Don't need you anymore. Not unique. I still need you, of course.
No, you don't.
No, I don't want you to think that.
You don't need me.
But yeah, you're actually controlling everything I do with your chair's levers.
That's true.
So put my hand down. I gotta type.
Hold on.
Nick.
Okay. All right. You're good.
Thank you. Look at that.
I keep hitting the
Such a
lever
nice
that
lever.
like moves the chair down, and it's very inconvenient.
$44.79. Good amount. Good amount.
What is? Oh, the train CSV. Oh, image names. Okay.
Top. That's funny. It gives you a top one, which must be just some random single one in there. Frequency 1.
This is our favorite. Yeah. Soon, data frames will have stories attached to them too. Each of these images may have like a.
All right, so this
Bad
looks
jokes.
the same, obviously, as the other one. So we should be able to stick with. We got the image names. Are the JPEGs again? Probably. We don't really know though, so maybe we should check. They're in the folder called JPEG. Okay, I shall trust this. Never trust what the folder name says.
Right. That's
Always be vigilant.
Right. We learned that.
Okay, get X, get Y. So we're going into planet. Now our folder name is called train-jpeg. Is that right? Is that the name of the folder? Train-jpeg, yes. And then we're going for image underscore name, and we're adding JPEG.
Cool.
And the tags works the same as before. So that's fine. Now we can delete this. And we're making it, including the resizing, because it was much faster. We have our image block. We got get X defined. That should work. Multi-category block for Y should also work. Transform. Let's do it.
Ta-dum.
Ta-dum. File not found. Okay. Datasets are data block datasets. Okay, so something's going on. Planet.
What is what's planet? Did we delete that?
Row. No, planet should be okay. Let's see. Planet. I defined that to be the path
slash
G-drive, my drive, data planet. So from there, we should go into train-jpg. G-drive, my drive, data planet, and then we want to go into train-jpg.
Train. And then what's in there? That's all of them?
A whole bunch of images, I think. See?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I mean, you don't see, but...
when it takes that long, you can trust that there's a lot in there, sure. Okay.
And then row, image name, data frame, passing in the data frame. So I should get the row at the column name, image name is train 0 plus JPEG. I guess we gotta have to look in there. Planet jpeg.ls. JPEG. That looks like there's.
Oh, that folder's still in there? When you moved everything. So when you moved everything from train JPEG into the other train JPEG, you left that folder?
No, I deleted it. Maybe
go into the other one. Go into the other tab. Leave this one alone. Yeah.
Okay.
So let's open train JPEG there. There you go. So it's not, maybe you have to refresh this or something. Is there
like
that
the
like
connection?
folder? What's that folder refresh button? Well, scroll, move.
This one?
What is that?
Don't know. I pressed it. It's refresh.
Refresh. All right. So yeah, like close this out and see, like, yeah. Can you train, or no, it was train.
And
yeah. Okay.
now
so
it's
close
being
that out,
slow.
and then let's run that again.
Interesting.
Not that one. Well.
Yeah. I ran that to see.
That's what I'm saying. It's gonna take forever now. Now it should work. So just run
Looks
the
like
data frame one below.
Okay.
Delete it. Get out of here. Cool. So running that should work now.
Interesting that it's like just kept some understanding of the file system that wasn't accurate anymore. But yeah, this is running and already taking forever, so the training's gonna take.
What do we got? File not found.
My drive, data planet train jpeg train .jpeg. Maybe they're actually called differently.
But it was also kind of taking forever. So like it must have found a lot of them.
So maybe it's just one image is missing, like that actual specific image is missing that it's talking about.
Yeah. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I see what you're saying, yeah.
So that's kind of maybe what I was suggesting a little bit earlier, is if we write a quick script to like compare what the image names are in the CSV against what's actually in that train JPEG folder.
Okay. I mean, so one thing still before that, I just want to confirm that there's actually images in there. Is maybe the ls method has some sort of a path ls. Maybe it has some sort of like maybe an argument that we can limit it to just give us a couple. Can also index with lists of indices or masks. So maybe I can do something like this. Planet train jpeg .ls and then index.
Maybe put like an empty list in there. with like
if I would do this,
yeah.
the first 5 or something, I think that works.
Yeah, if this doesn't work, then I would.
Huh.
You don't think that's an argument for ls?
It could be, but it says it said indexing. This is how you generally index. We could try it as an argument too, but we just keep getting the same
exact thing.
Also, look at that.
Interesting. So maybe it's
maybe I didn't run this one.
Huh.
And it was still no, it wasn't. Like it was like that already. Train-jpg. So it still has another folder in there.
But it seems like that's all it has in there. So do we have
Correct.
to?
So if we would do this and then run it, there it is. So why does it still have this double folder?
I don't know.
Very confusing.
Maybe we have to like reconnect the runtime in here or refresh this page or something, but I don't know. The other one just finished untarring, by the way.
Nice.
So yeah, let's go to full planet and see if we can just refresh the page. Like
actual do this refresh or just start running everything again, because that's really what would refresh it, if anything, I would say.
Well, because it's got a.
Let's do it. It's fine. We didn't run anything here that would take like long to do.
Well, restart, yeah, like restart and run all, I think, or restart runtime.
We don't want to run all. That goes too far.
Yeah. So go back to just can you scroll down and just hit a cell and just run everything before that cell instead of hitting every single one?
Oh, but isn't that fun?
It's up to you.
Okay, I trust your.
Yeah, like that one or something.
All right, so that one would fail. That one should work if it's like this. Seems like you can pass it in. Does it actually give us 5?
Yeah.
No. Really? Ah, yeah, it does.
Yeah, they're just long paths.
Okay, so I'm gonna run everything up to here. Run before. Is that it? Just run before. Looks good.
Oh, it's just. Oh yeah, all of them before.
Okay, that's it already. Huh.
Interesting.
Still there.
So let's go into Google
Drive. You know what could be the case is that's why it was so fast moving it, that it actually didn't move it. It just made it just on the front end pretended that it's not in this folder anymore, but it's actually still in that folder.
Maybe. So if you go to the folder now and the side, like exploring, yeah.
Train-jpg. That's the one, right?
Yeah. I think so, yeah. Yeah,
it's still in there.
Okay, let's just double it.
Yeah, skip it in there.
Yeah.
Interesting though.
So let's just add another, on get x.
Yeah. Wait. Yeah.
Yeah, another train-jpg.
Okay. And then we don't
need that one.
And then maybe now it runs. There it is.
Nice.
Okay.
Cool.
Strange.
Okay.
Cool. So then we can go all the way to training, right?
I think so.
Let's do this. We're getting... And then run this one afterwards. Take your time. You're going to need your time, probably. Ooh, look at you. What's your problem? File not found. No such file. Content G drive. Train. So now again, file not found, but now we have another. Now it's actually doing the double.
Mm-hmm.
Is it now not in the double structure anymore? No, it is. Interesting.
Can you run like a find bash command for that specific?
Mm-hmm. Okay. I guess I can find it in the, even with Python, right?
Sure.
Can I though? Planet. What was the name of the folder? Train. Dot ls dot
I mean, you can also just like set that to a variable and then like just loop through it and try to
or just do the in, but the thing is like it's going to be the full, so I'd have to do an ends with
or just copy the full one and just
this all file names, and then I can say string object has no attribute.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Okay, so all file names, let's look what they look like. Okay, so it's a path object, so I'm gonna have to say what, that's the one we're looking for, and I think you can do .name to get the, wait, I think there's actually .stem or something like that. I think path objects have something like that. Bam.
There you go. Nice.
Look at that. Okay, so stem. Okay. Or even just f.stem for f in. Let's flip it around. All right. So I think it's not in there. Let's try.
After all this work, yeah, I think false. I think it's not in there.
Well, unless I made some mistake.
Can you do like all file
possible.
names .length and see how many are actually in there, just to make sure it's like 40,000 or something.
Let me just double check whether my code works.
Okay.
So this should be true. All right. Okay. So this file is not in there. And then we want to know how many.
So before we move on, I think the thing that what's standing out to me right now is, what if this isn't the only file that's in there, we're gonna have to create, now we have this. We're getting all the stems that are in there. Let's pull the file names from the CSV using the same code over here, and then just remove the files that are false in the CSV.
Yeah, we should. Yeah, that should work.
Because if we just keep going down this path, we're just going to keep running it, and then 15. It could just be this one file, but
totally.
We don't know how
I
the
agree.
end of it. And we just end up the stream just being us like run. Okay, oh, new file. Okay, run, remove, new file.
Yeah, that doesn't sound too much fun to me. What was the data frame image underscore name? So item underscore name. Look at me. So this should be a series object with all of the ones. So let's just see how many are there.
Give me one sec. So do this. I have to go. I'm gonna check on the dog really quick. I think his.
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's just call it. Yeah, sure. Wasn't it item name? Martin. Getting all confused here. Head. Item underscore name. Image underscore name, not item name. And we have a grand total of way more. Okay, so that's interesting. Why do we have so many less actual files than 11,000 versus 40,000? That's super weird. Okay, anyways. So we wanna clean the data set with, I can make a new data set with these ones and then probably make some sort of a set something where a negative where it takes out all of those. That should work, but I don't know how to do it off the top of my head. Let's see. The FDF, the file data frame, it's gonna be all of those stems. Under pd dot frame, and I gotta give it data and index columns. So how it works, data equals this, all the stems and columns, two-dimensional, size mutable, potentially heterogeneous tabular data. Wait, I could just make a series object probably. I guess that's easier, series. And pass it these stems. What did I do? FDF. Can I slice this? Probably. Show me the first 5. Okay, looks good. So I have those, and let's check the length that everything's in there as well. 11. Okay, so we got a series object, and now I wanna remove all the entries that are not in there. Let's see. Remove all rows in data frame are not in series object. Pandas Python. Too late. Something like that. Rows and columns. How can I achieve the goal of sequels in and not in? Yeah, something like that. Country, okay, countries to keep, UK, China, not in. Merge inner, something like that. This pandas that series is in. For in, use something that is in somewhere. In, not something is in somewhere. Data frame, country, yes, UK, Germany, UK. Countries to keep. Country dot is in. The country is in. Countries to keep. Okay. Does it work? So is in data frame dot image name dot is.
Okay,
in
back again. Sorry.
Hello there. FDF. This might work. 222. False. Okay, and then I want to slice the data frame. Only keep data frame, only keep the ones that are true in here, which I think might work. Let's look at the length of this. Should be 11731. And it is beautiful. Okay, I think we got it. Clean data frame is gonna be this. Okay, I think I got it, Nick. So we should be able it's actually quite a significant difference, Nick. So we have like inside of the CSV, we have 40,479 entries, and we only have 11,731 images. So
that is pretty significant. It's a good thing we wrote a script and not ran the cell 30,000 times.
Correct. Okay, so here we want to use Databook resize. So now we want to use the clean data frame instead, and then do all of this again, right? With the CDF. I'm going to run this again. And then this again. And then the big moment of big truth, very big. Are you doing what you're supposed to do? It's not breaking yet. What are you doing? Whom are you texting, Nick?
The vet.
Hi, vet. It was nice seeing you. How are you doing? Did you see any dog recently? Okay, this is working, Nick.
Okay, cool.
Train-jpg. But the process of making this was a little messy yet again. So I predict that if I don't clean this up right now, we're not going to remember what happened. So I shall do this. All right. Okay. Can I move these? No, you don't need to run. Just want to see if I can move you. Yes, I can. Okay. Yeah, you can tell a story while I'm cleaning up stuff here because I'm just cleaning up right now.
Okay.
Chill.
All right, let me tell you a story. What kind of what story would you like to hear?
Me?
Yeah.
What did you do for New Year's?
Oh, that's a real story. I thought you wanted me to make up a fake, like.
Oh, well, you can.
Fake story.
No one's gonna
Actually,
know.
so New Year's, I'll tell you quickly New Year's while you're doing this, and if it goes on
Okay.
for a little bit, then we can transition. New Year's was actually kind of, it was really nice. It was just Elisa and I in the apartment. We're in Brooklyn in New York, and it was like I'm getting chills thinking about New Year's again. We did absolutely nothing for New Year's. It was like 11:50, like 11:30, let's say, and I'm like passing out on the couch. The dogs are like sort of sleeping. They're like kind of okay. I think Elisa was working on some stuff, and out of nowhere, you just start hearing people outside. Like the TV was off. We weren't watching the ball drop. We weren't doing any like the, stereotypical like New Year's celebration or anything.
Was there anything on the ball? Anyone on the ball?
No
this
idea.
year?
No idea. I think there was.
I don't know.
I think it may have. I don't know if it was pre-recorded to like avoid people going to Times Square or not. But we didn't do any of that. We weren't like no champagne, no waltzing or anything. We didn't do anything like that. We were literally falling asleep. But then as the night struck 12, you just heard all of Brooklyn just erupt in celebration, screaming, fireworks, people are cheering and everything. And I mean, it's expected, right? That happens every single year. But for some reason this year, for just closing off 2020, felt like such a monumental thing. Just being a part and like being almost like an observer, listening, and like you weren't, because I think if we had the TV on, if we were celebrating inside the apartment, it would have just stayed within the apartment. We would have been celebrating just us. But like, accidentally, we were now a part of everyone's celebration and closing off what was probably the hardest year for a lot of people. And that was just something that like I was on the couch like sleeping, and then I hear all this cheering, and I woke up and I realized it was midnight, and I was like, wow, this is actually, what a happy accident that this is like, now we're a part of all of this happening. So that was a very nice accidental New Year's celebration. That's
nice.
Yeah, it was really cool. And the dogs were like, what's going on everywhere? I'm like, relax, guys. People are like, around here especially, it's not like a really rough area in Brooklyn. It's not like the best area in Brooklyn either. So like, you don't know what's gunshots and what's fireworks. But they were just going on all night, and I was actually surprised. So Regs is he's experienced 4th of July here with us, so like Independence Day, and there's fireworks and everything, and on that night I took him out, and like the week preceding the 4th, I was taking him out to the park, and there was fireworks going on, so I kind of getting him used to like the sounds and just things exploding in the sky. And he was kind of fine. Like it seemed like it was more or less a regular day in the office. And the other guy, our new dog Jax, he also seemed pretty okay with all the sounds outside. So that was kind of nice. But 4th of July was rough over here, with Regs hearing fireworks and sounds. Well, like just with Regs. But yeah.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, that was it was kind of nice that they weren't going crazy all night, even though the fireworks kind of went on until like maybe for another hour or two on New Year's. Yeah. But I did have every intention when we spoke about waltzing on New Year's. Had I remembered when I woke up about the waltz, I would have put it on. Or remember the name, to be honest. I did not remember it was called the Blue Danube? Blue Danube Waltz. Is that only an Austrian tradition, or like where you're from in Austria, or is it like a full Austrian thing, or is it also like a German
full Austrian thing? They do it on I don't think it's just Austrian. They just play it on Austrian public television every year.
Is the waltz an Austrian dance?
Yes.
Interesting. Okay.
Yes.
Is there like this is me being completely ignorant. Is there like what are the like I guess the difference between, because when I think of like whenever we've hung out and everything, it's like obviously you speak German. I think there's like some overlap between the countries, but like what are like some of the biggest misconceptions that people may think like are Austrian but are actually German, or are German that are actually Austrian? Because I've also encountered like I've met people who are Austrian and they and I'll say like, oh, are you, they'll ask me like where do you think I'm from, and I for some like weird gut feeling, and maybe it's because I know you, I will say Austria. And one is actually one's actually from Graz, and I like told her, I was like, oh, I have a friend who's like sort of I think around there, I don't know, but and they're always like surprised. It's like, oh, most people think I'm German. And I'm sure like you've probably gotten that before, no? Somebody thinks you're German and not Austrian.
Yeah, pretty I think it's pretty normal for people to think that. It's just a small country, not a lot of people, same accent. Like, I guess if someone abroad probably asks you, where do you think I'm from, then it's good chances that they're Austrian, because they would assume, like, I guess if they have a German accent, maybe they're Swiss.
Yeah, but I think there's probably a few Germans that would I think also the Germans be like, where do you think I'm from? No? You don't think so?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I wonder, because that's just the default, I guess.
I had one encounter with someone who he asked me where I thought he was from, and I took like took a moment to like think about it, and I was like, okay, well, I think, I just kind of, and he was, I had like a feeling he was from like Southeast Asia, and I just didn't know where. So I was like, okay, I think it's one of the like Southeast Asian country, or like around there. And I started like thinking about, I think he asked me like, you can guess 3 or ask me 3 questions.
Okay.
And I think I asked him like, is he from somewhere where there's a lot of water? And he said no. Okay. So like, okay. I was like, do the Himalayas go through your country? And he said yes. I was like, are you from Nepal? He's like, wow, you're the first person to ever guess Nepal. Like, nobody knows where Nepal is. And I'm like, other than like Kathmandu, I have no idea anything else about Nepal. He's like, well, that's actually where I'm from. I'm like, okay, then we both kind of just got lucky on this one. But yeah, I think it's so interesting, those like little countries, similar to like Austria, that you may have this like overlap of like, oh, you may be from here, or here, that you can that like it's fun to like, find like somebody who's from somewhere that you weren't expecting, or like they're excited because you guessed where they're from, and it's like,
it's fun.
They've always said like, oh,
especially if not used to.
Yeah, like right. Yeah. You're not used to like somebody guessing correctly where you're from. I think it's cool. Yeah, most people.
It's a little choice of coming from a small country.
Most people will like, either they'll like butcher my last name, and they'll be like, oh, you're Greek, right? I'm like, yeah. Like, how did you know? It's like, oh, well, with that kind of a last name, I think it's pretty obvious. But some people say like just from my last name, because they I don't know if it's like somebody just skimming over it, or like a mild form of like dyslexia, but it's always like the KIS, they pronounce it like SKI, like ski, so they think I'm Polish.
Tamboski?
Yeah. And I'm like, no. Also, like, I don't know any Polish person that looks like me. Like, very dark hair, dark, like big heavy beard, brown eyes. Like, the Polish that I know usually have like blue or green eyes, lighter.
Really? Like
lighter brown or blonde hair. I the only, because I've worked with a few Polish people before, and the only, he was he probably had the darkest hair, but it was still like a few shades lighter than mine. And he also had like maybe hazel eyes, but they weren't brown. But anyway, and definitely no facial hair. I've never met somebody who was Polish who had facial hair. But maybe that's also a cultural thing, to keep like a clean shaven face. Who knows?
Maybe.
Actually, one I know.
There's a lot of people there.
He's got like a mustache, but no beard. But he was also like...
Some people do that.
You've met him too. At my old... when you were in New York.
Who's that?
What's his name?
That guy.
That guy. Darius. He was like 60 years or 70 or something like that. A bit older guy.
All right, so we got this.
Yeah, I've got
somewhat cleaned up
stories.
with some information so that we can retrace what was going on there. It's still training and it's only at 40% of the first epoch. So we know what that means.
It seems like this is going to be part 2. The results may be part 2.
Yes.
So you're going to leave this maybe running and go to bed?
I think that's the plan. Right? Like because this is still going to take a while. This is the first epoch that is training over. Because it's got so many...
freezing 4 and...
Yeah, we're freezing 4
3.
and then it's going to do the... Yeah. So this is still going to run for a while.
We also picked ResNet 50. I wonder if we picked ResNet 18, it would have been quicker.
Maybe. Probably, yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah, I just kept the code that we had for the other one.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, we just passed 2 hours, so I think this is a good stopping point anyway.
Right. Yeah, I'm going to keep that running and then save the learner, I'm going to save learn R somewhere so that we can then continue with it next time.
Okay.
And don't have to train again.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's probably a good way to go about this.
Cool. Yeah, so let's see. Jonah Vision. What did Jonah Vision say? Be cautious leaving Colab to train for extended periods. It will time out.
Okay. So
this is something you have to click every so often.
So what? You just have to click.
You can't go to no sleeping for Martin tonight.
No.
Set a timer on your phone. Every 8.5 minutes, you have to just wake up and move the mouse and click.
Thanks for the warning, though. That's a good point. I'm gonna try. Yeah, I'm actually gonna do that. I'm gonna put myself some sort of alarm clock and see how long it goes, and otherwise I'm gonna start it again tomorrow if it's taking too long. It's not that late yet, so.
Yeah, 7 o'clock. Yeah, this looks like it might go for 19.
Might go for a while. Yeah.
19 minutes for the first one.
So what's the timeout? Maybe we can still find that out. Time.
Colab.
Google. So that I don't run to this too often. Session timeout.
90 minutes. If you close the browser.
90?
12 hours if you keep the browser open.
That sounds suspicious.
Yeah.
I don't really believe that because I think we already got some timeout, just like you're saying, Jonah Vision.
Was it a timeout or was it just like it just disconnected?
Yeah.
Because, well, actually,
that's true. It wasn't running.
But what I've noticed is like sometimes we've had multiple Colab windows open at the beginning of a stream, and then we don't click on one for like the entirety of the stream, and then we'll click on it and it'll say, it's been timed out, but it's also it's not running. So
like this one, yeah,
runtime disconnected.
So which is fine. We don't need you, so let's get rid of you. But
we could have clicked on learn more.
Learn more, Nick. So we still have so I can get rid of this one.
So so Jonah Vision, you were this is what I remember, I think, from the last stream. Happy New Year, by the way.
Happy New Year.
But yeah, I do remember that you mentioned on the last one or one of the previous ones that you were running it on the large data set, and it did disconnect. So
So let's search for
So if you close the browser, but if you keep the browser open 12 hours. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to keep this, but I'm going to look for disconnect. I guess that's where it comes in handy when you actually have some more dedicated resources.
Oh, there you go. You want to click on that? Oh, yeah, either one. That said the same thing. Google Colab. Oh, but describes explanation. What does that say? Hold on. Google Colab notebooks have an idle timeout 9 minutes, absolute timeout of 12 hours. This means if the user does not interact with the Google Colab notebook for more than
90 minutes, it's automatically terminated. Also, maximum lifetime is 12 hours. So that's even the maximum lifetime. So which means that if it doesn't train within 12 hours, which I'm anyways not going to stay up.
I don't think it's going to take 12 hours to train either. Though.
But no, I don't think so either. But it would just terminate. Is that what it's saying? Like if you have any sort of training that goes on longer than 12 hours.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, makes sense.
Yeah.
Whatever. Buy your GPU if you want to train something for 12 hours.
So
I guess.
This one's saying, like, I have an Arduino board, so I just turned it into a rubber ducky USB and made it emulate primitive user interaction while I sleep. Oh man, that's funny. What are some of the answers? Well,
Distribution is it doesn't need any JavaScript. Just create a new cell at the bottom having the following line. Like keep the cell in the run sequence so that the infinite loop won't stop and thus keep your session alive.
So keep the cell in the run sequence. So this is saying, but we have something running.
Uh-huh.
So hold on, Jonah Vision was writing predictions to a CSV and it disconnected maybe after a couple hours. Okay, you could do Python.
So this might just fail, just like it did for you, Jonah Vision.
I don't know.
Maybe that's a point where we actually have to switch to some other resource. Maybe that's a point where you actually, like pay for some.
Do you have
runtime somewhere or whatever?
Do you have
there's other options?
There's what is it, like amphetamine or something that's like an app on your computer to like keep it open?
I thought you were suggesting me that I should take some drugs to just stay awake.
Don't sleep. No, one was called like.
Do you have like some amphetamine that you can take just so that you don't sleep for the next 12 hours? I mean,
I think
it's an easy solution, right?
I think the original one was like called caffeine or no wait, or I don't remember what it was called. But then
wait, Generation's saying something. Pi auto GUI. What's that?
Pi auto GUI. I think it's just
just something that
like a
does
GUI
like
that will like
clicking
click.
for me.
Yeah.
I don't know. Pi auto GUI. I don't really feel like setting anything up much, to be honest. I'm kind of lazy right now, but it does sound more fun than coming back here every 20 minutes.
Well, you know what? I would say this, like let it run, turn your like screensaver off, leave it on running, maybe just like dim the screen so it doesn't like murder your actual laptop screen. And then just see what it does in the morning. And then if it's timed out and it didn't finish training, you have, all day tomorrow. Like just kind of run it and click.
I could just run it again.
Click through it. So Jonah Vision's computer was open, running different page, went back to the Colab and it was disconnected. So, okay. Yeah.
I feel like that's going to happen to me in the exact same emotional progression that you're describing.
Yeah.
But so one thing I'm gonna try is I'm just gonna leave this page open. So maybe that makes a difference if you're not like moving to a different tab. So it just keeps that tab alive. Maybe that makes a difference.
You don't want to just like sleep with your fingers on the trackpad and just slide up and down on the page.
Thanks for the suggestion, but no. So that's I'm fine with that. I'm gonna keep this tab open. I have some sort of, this is actually a fun thing for anyone who doesn't know about it. auto tab discard. It's really helpful. I've been using this because I have limited RAM resources, and it's kind of like if you have more than 6 tabs open, it just discards the older ones. So they're still open, but they're not taking up any memory. And when you click on them again, it loads them up again, which is really nice. Like it's saved a lot of, because I keep having a lot of tabs open that I'm not actually actively using.
Is that different than this like one tab thing that you have at the bottom?
Yeah, that just closes them. It just closes them and puts them in a list of links.
And then you can like open it. Okay.
Yeah, but this keeps the tabs open. But you see this one here over there? That's a closed one because it has this little gray thing there. So it's not actually taking up any processing power at the moment. But when I click on it, it just loads it up again. It's nice. So I'm gonna stop it so that it doesn't kill this tab.
Yeah.
Always keep tabs for this. I think I also already set up a rule for a Colab, but
that's cool. So, but Brave is built on top of Chrome, right? I believe.
What?
I think Brave is Brave built on top of
Chromium.
Yeah, Chromium. So, I don't know. I use Safari on Mac because it takes up fewer resources, but I did install Brave. I don't know. Maybe I'll use that as like a daily driver for a couple weeks.
It's fun. It's got some nice privacy default settings, but maybe Safari has too. I think Mac is pretty nice with privacy stuff generally.
Yeah.
In comparison to other big tech companies, at least.
Yeah. I wonder if these like the auto, like what you're saying is this extension is like just behind the scenes in Safari. And that's why like the memory management and like CPU is probably a little bit better. But anyway, yeah, it would be nice to just have like tabs kind of, because I have multiple windows with like 20 tabs on each window, and I just minimize the windows at some point, and then I purge them.
Out of memory.
I purge them, right. I just purge them like once every 2 weeks. Like, it's like, why do I have Google Drive opened in 18 different windows? That's why my computer's running slow.
Well, that's impressive if your computer is managing that sort of memory stuff.
That's why that's why I'm saying I think it's just on the back end.
Probably
like,
just kills it.
Quietly killing it, yeah. All right, cool. So you got 9 minutes left. Oh, so it's 9 plus first, 20.
This is
25 minutes. So really it's like 20 or 30.
Is that the time that it's expecting it's still gonna take, and that's the time it took?
I think it's time left.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah.
So it's like half an hour per epoch or something. Yeah, I'm gonna set myself timers for 30 minutes to check back on it for a bit, and then we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I wonder if it's.
And maybe Jonovision's just trolling us, as he says.
Yeah, we're training on the full Kaggle Amazon set. Well, not the full one. We removed like 30,000 images because they weren't classified in the CSV. Actually, did you have this? Did you have this issue? Like, scroll up really quick.
So where is it here? So this is what the dataset said. There should be 40,000 images in the CSV, but then we actually only had 11,000 of those. So after untarring this train-jpg one, no idea why, but we just removed the ones that we didn't have as files from the CSV, and then we're training on this 11,000 essentially.
Yeah, we were also thinking of doing ResNet 18. I guess maybe like right before you joined the stream, but it was already running, so we figured, why not? Whatever. But yeah, scroll up a bit because I think you have
what are you looking for?
Re-untar, or else you miss some images.
What are you looking for?
Oh no, I think
re-untar. No, we did re-untar. What's that?
So we untarred the 7Z one.
Right. So we did this one. We had this 7Z tars. We untarred them to have the normal tar, and then we untarred again to get the files.
Yeah, and then we saved the files in this train and test directories in Drive.
Yeah, so we now actually have the files sitting in here.
Yeah. Did you
I don't know if
deleted?
that's what you mean.
You removed the
7C ones, I deleted them, yeah. So now we only have
the cells that we were actually untarring.
I might have, because they're in the other notebook. We were doing this in the other notebook.
Ah, okay.
So they're still around in the other one.
Jonah Vision, at this point, you're like almost on every stream. If you want to jump on the Zoom call, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, I think...
Yeah, we can send you an invite and then you can hop on if you want.
Yeah.
It's totally fine.
I'll send you, because I think I have you on, we got your DM on Twitter or something. Or I don't know how to do Twitch DMs, but we can figure it out. Anyway, all right, let's figure this one out, and then on the next one we'll
see. Maybe it's just gonna be wasted time, but
hey,
whatever.
Look,
We've wasted
we
time for
join us on our other channel called Nick and Martin Waste Time. No, I think
it's the same channel.
Oh, is that what we're doing today? Oh man, are we learning stuff today? I'm looking at the wrong.
Messed it up.
Man. Yeah. So I think if this doesn't work, and if you want to run ResNet 18 tomorrow, just like on your own thing, and then we'll just pick it up. Let us know what happened on Thursday.
Cool.
On what happened. But yeah, hold on. So like,
let's do this.
Untar every time. Did this, and if I try to restart the Colab for some reason, it would be missing images. Yeah. So we didn't restart it. We kept this one. Oh, wait. Did we untar? We untarred in the other one, and then we're trying to do it in this one.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what.
But it shouldn't make a difference. Like that's happening in the file system. That doesn't really have anything to do with the Colab.
Yeah.
I just think it didn't have all the images in there, in the star file.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe that's the TIFF.
Well,
even though I'm not sure.
Look, I mean, 11,000 images is still pretty significant. So if
plenty,
we can train on that,
ones,
yeah. Cool. So let's leave this like this, and then pick it up on Thursday, and see, if ResNet 50 finished. If not, we'll do ResNet 18. Then whatever. We can figure it out. But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Jonah. Yeah, we untarred
Wait
here.
For some dinner.
So we didn't do it. Like we did it on this session. So.
But why would images be missing? That's confusing. Like I mean, they're just image files that we have on our Drive file system now.
I don't.
Like.
Yeah.
They're untarred in here. They're sitting in this great double folder structure.
Yeah, I don't know, because when we untarred before, we untarred in the Colab instance on the GPU, and then
last time.
Yeah, but then they were missing. Like it did remove some of the disk space in the Colab, right? Like it cleared up some of the disk space, and we had to untar it again. I do remember that with the sample data.
Well, the Colab always gets deleted every time you close the instance. Nothing stays. The Colab just gets incinerated by Google. They literally go there with a lighter and just light up the instance that you were using.
Interesting. That seems like a fun job.
Stream.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, all right. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. We'll try to figure it out. All right.
All right. See you on Thursday.
See you
whatever's gonna happen here. I'm still having a fun time tonight with half an hour check-ins or something. We'll see how long I do that.
Good luck with that. Yeah. All right. Yeah, Jonah Vision, I'll send you a Zoom link. Anytime you want to jump on one of these streams, it's the same link. So feel free. No,
You're welcome.
This is your invite for in perpetuity. Until we change Zoom links for whatever reason. But anyway, all right.
Like when you change the keylog.
Yeah, or like Martin gets upset because I don't give him screen share access in the beginning, and I can't figure it out. So I have to make a new one. But if we do, I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, see everybody on Thursday.
Bye.